Well, how's it going there, everybody? I know it's been a minute, and I know I'm not back at the toolbox yet. It's been a crazy summer. I'm not gonna fill you in with the boring details, but today I'm gonna cover something that I've been meaning to cover for a while, and I did actually have somebody ask about this during my tool tote video, where they asked how I keep my wrenches organized, and that is these cases which came with the wrenches. Now, these are both Mac tools. They're expensive, but the reason that I did buy them initially was the case because it was super easy to take this with me out on the road. And if you do notice that this one is empty, it's because I lost it in the bowels of a wheel loader. And this was a 1/4 inch wrench, and I was using it on a 1/4 inch Allen for extra torque, and I dropped it, and it's gone now. So that's on me. That's not on Mac. So there's that. I will say that for the price, this is probably the most comprehensive wrench set that you can get, because it goes from 1/4 to 15/16 in the standard, and then it goes from 6 to 19 in the metric. Cases are very similar. They do make cases bigger than, or they do make sets bigger than this. I'd say it's about 4 or 5 wrenches, but I've got the bigger metric one that goes from 20 to 24, 25. I can't remember. I don't use that as much as I used to do, but I did buy it when those were common sizes that I was dealing with. And then they do make a bigger standard set that goes from 1 inch to, I want to say, 1.25 inches, 5/16 or something along those lines. The thing about these, though, is they're not cheap. I want to say this was probably about $200. I don't want to say this was like $289 or $189 or something like that. I want to say that the metric was less. It's been about 8 years since I bought these, but I know they weren't cheap. And there's a good reason why they aren't cheap. They're actually really nice wrenches. I love these things, and the fact that I continue to carry them with me as my daily wrench should speak volumes for it. So these are the Mac Precision Torque. And they have this offset, and that's really what sells them for me, is this offset. So if it's, you're dealing with a fastener in a recessed hole, you have that extra little bit of meat there to just kind of grab onto it and start turning. Like if we put it there, like that's flush right there. That's flush. Like, look at all that room. That's flush. So it makes them pretty handy. I will set this out immediately. I don't own them. I've never held them in my hand. But there is a manufacturer of tools out there called Top Tool from Japan. And shortly after I purchased these, I saw that the exact same wrench set was for sale on their website. So my guess would be that these are actually Top Tool branded Mac wrenches. And they've been out for a while, so I'm not going to cover too much time on these, other than the fact that I really like them. I really like the case they come in. And this is how I keep all my wrenches together. I just close the thing, and I throw them in my tool tote, and bing, bang, boom, you're done. The other thing I will note on this is Craftsman very recently started to do a similar case design. Now, I don't know who owns Craftsman after Sears went tits up, or if Sears actually ever owned a fraction of Craftsman. But anyway, Craftsman does have a very similar wrench set, and these do come in ratcheting wrenches. The sizes just they don't have the range. I want to say in the standard they go from 5/16 to 3/4 instead of 1/4 to 15/16. And then I want to say in the metric they go from like 8 to 19. But still very, very full, very capable wrench set. Now, the other thing that I would like to talk about today would be these duratechs that I got. And they kind of hit the, I think each set was about $30. Anyway, so let's start off with the size, the fastener size range. So this one goes from 15/16 to 3/4. Sorry, shitty lighting. Yep, 15/16, 3/8, 7/16, ½ inch, 9/16, 5/8, 11/16, and 3/4. Pretty standard for SAE size wrenches. They don't go above 3/4, which is fine. I mean, maybe getting rid of 3/4 and putting a 13/16 in there might be a good idea, but you know, I don't know who comes up with these designs. You know, who comes up with the package. I don't know who does it, but obviously they're not mechanics. However, it's a pretty nice case. I like this. I like the fact that it's got the bar, and you know, just got the handle on it, and you can pack it around with you. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Couple things about these. You can definitely tell they are designed after the Precision Torque Mac tools. If you look at the angle, let's see, that was ½ inch. Let's grab a ½ inch here. That's a 12. I grabbed the metric case, but still. 13 is the same as half. You can definitely tell right there. They're based on that offset. Which I kind of like the offset. The offset's kind of nice. It's kind of like your, it's kind of a half-ass angle wrench. I kind of like that. I think that's handier than most wrenches, which kind of come out more at a straight angle. But you can tell because it's got these indents here. It says duratech and ½ inch. I mean, nice ratchet. I've used these for a couple months, and I'm gonna give them a pass. I have my grievances with the Duratech set, but all in all, it's not bad. I've never been a big satin finish guy. That's just me. That's a personal preference thing. And anymore, you're gonna find anything that it's gonna be chrome finish. Because people like shiny things. So there's that. What really gets me is the metric set. And the metric set goes from 8. There's no 9. There's a 10. There's no 11. There's a 12. You got a 13, a 14, a 15, no 16. And that's okay. I give him a pass on that because that's basically 5/8. there's a 17. There is no 18. It goes straight from 17 to 19. Now, I deal a lot with 18, in the fact that there's not a wrench in between these two is kind of upsetting, so I don't necessarily use these all that much, which is a shame. I don't know who decided that that was the way to go. The other thing that if you look at this in the way that it's set up, there's definitely quality control issues with it. So just that the way things are kind of bent over, and it's not much. I mean, it's not enough to get mad about, especially if you're paying $30 for a set of ratcheting wrenches. I'm kind of nitpicking at that point in time, but these are, you know, they're not bad wrenches for the price point, but don't expect to pay that kind of money and get the same range. I'm not gonna say the same quality, because these are quality. Good wrenches. Okay wrenches. With Duratech, I'm kind of hit or miss. I can't say I hate them, because I'm not gonna lie. I've been more of a fan of the Duratech stuff I've bought and continue to use versus some of the more expensive counterparts, if you know what I mean. If you need some ratcheting wrenches, I would give these a try. They're not bad. It's just the fact that there's no 18. There's no 18. There's nothing that splits the 17 and 19 apart. And the fact that there's no SAE replacement for that. Like, they could have got rid of the 13. They're like, yeah, well, you're going to buy both sets, so you don't need a 13 and you don't need a... Yeah. It's just poor planning on their part. They are neglecting an independent size in the 18, which should go here. Hell, I don't even need a 19, because 19 is the same as 3/4. If it was 8 to 18, I'd be a happy camper. That's enough range in metric for that size. That's not a big deal. But the fact that there's no 18, that's the thing. And so, if you're not dealing with 18, good set to buy. It's light. It's handy. It's got a little handle there. And it, like, they ain't falling out. And then they got the little cross lock thing. I mean, it's a cool case. I like the case. The case is great. The wrenches are all right. And they're, you know, I just kind of expected more. And maybe that's on me. I don't know. I don't know. But those ones are really good. But if you can find them in Top Tool, you'll save yourself some money. Granted, again, like a little bit of apples and oranges here. These aren't ratcheting wrenches. These are, you know, they're solid drive. These be ratcheting. So keep that in mind. You know, for now, I think that's good. Oh, I will mention that Duratech is also made by Great Star Tools, which was a comment I should review. Great Star Tools. So basically, what I gathered out of that in the research that I did is Duratech is basically SK's Blue Point. So there's that. Anyway, have a good one. Good fixing. Hope you have a good one. Bye.